Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrunk, and I'm reaching out to my students. This class that I want to talk about is the CNS 110 and why this class is so important. Now, I want you to understand I'm going to go through some particulars in this class that's important for you, but also I'm going to show you what I see in the class so you can understand how important this class is. I am not going to use your information because, of course, I'm going to put this on my YouTube video log, and I want you to make sure that you watch it so you don't have to worry about any of your information being up there. With that being said, let's get started. The first thing that's important is that you know that you're taking Test Out Client Pro. Why do we use Test Out Client Pro? People, we are in a digital world, and hardcover books are becoming a thing of the past. Now, I love cracking open a good book. I do. But our particular world, the IT world, and I use that word IT because it's a lot of learning up under it, and it's a lot of disciplines up under it. But for our particular world, books are not feasible. We need to be able to do labs, do the practical application behind the work, and we also need to be able to get theory. And that's what these portals allow us to do. Test Out is a third-party application that we use at the college. Now, you will see that we have many different third-party vendors that we use, and Test Out stands to be one of the best. Okay, with that being said, you have to make sure that you log in and get your portal started. This video log will be your next video log next week because there's some questions in here that I'm going to ask you, see how I did that, about your experience in Test Out, what you learning, and how do it fit in your world. One of the things that's important is this. You as an IT person, whether you're trying to be in networking, desktop support, engineering, you as an IT person must be able to work anywhere in the world. And this allows you to practice that. By using these tools, you have the ability to begin to be able to work anywhere. But it's one thing that's important. You have to get on top of the work. Because when you work in the IT world, we have a model that we stick by. The network must not go down. Because when the network go down, there are people out there that are literally not getting paid. Okay, so as you see, I just clicked on the screen where you begin your work. Read through all the material, people. Get started early. Read through the material. Do not waste time. It's a lot of material. If you click here on your outline, you see that there is a lot of material that we cover in here. We're going from Module 1 all the way down to Module 13. And then some. Because some of these, you have labs and exams that you will have to do in here. So it's mission critical that you get started. As you can see, once you proceed to the next section, so if I click here, click there, this is going to take me to the introduction. As you can see, I clicked here originally, then I went here. You're going to see that as you complete the work, little green checks will show that you completed. But guess what? On my end, I will be able to see that you completed it too. And that's where I'm going to pull your grades from. I just sent you a video log talking about you guys are different because all of your work is in the portal. Everything you do, your labs, your documents, whatever it is built into this portal. That's why I like it. That's why I brung it to the college. Now, what do? You read the material. And as you read, you see you got these arrows up here. You can go to the next page. and begin to learn about this world that we call desktop support. This is a Microsoft world, this is a Linux world, but it's desktop support. You're going to learn multiple things. If you go back here, up here, you can actually listen to it. You don't have to read it. You can listen. You got things you can copy. You can print out stuff. So you can learn the way you like to learn. But it's important that you get started. That's my theme of this whole vlog. Getting started. Move out. Now that I clicked on the home button, you see it took me to here. The reason I'm coming here is because I want to show you in my reports what I will see for every student. Everything you do in here, I will see. So I'm going to come in here and click on reports. I'm going to run the reports. And as I run the reports, everything in here, I will see. So if I say I want to see lessons, I want to see videos, look what happens. It tells me everything. It tells me how much time you spent in there, what day you did it. I get a chance to learn everything that you're doing so I can give you the most appropriate grade. Now, if you do something in here and it's not quite right, go back and do it. But make sure you follow your syllabus. And we're going to go to the syllabus in a minute, but make sure you follow your syllabus. For those of you who sitting back waiting for Saturday and Sunday, the 11th hour, you will get jammed up and miss something. And if you've been in a class with me before, you know how I do that. So make sure you stand on top of getting your work done so you can see that the professor can see everything you're doing. I don't have to show you anything else in here. Now, I want to walk into the syllabus. So give me a minute to switch over to the syllabus so we can look at what you need to have done. Okay, now we are back. Now, here is your portal where you go in and access all your information. I am not going to go through this again because I done sent multiple videos out about this. But what I'm going to do is tell you this. By now, you should have completed your discussion. Remember, you have an initial discussion that you should have went over. Read the rules. This video here will be next week's discussion, so make sure you listen to what I'm saying because I will ask you questions about your learning with Test Out. But what's also important is your syllabus. What should I have completed by 11:59 on Sunday? Well, I go to my syllabus. For those of you who just started as college students, your syllabus is your roadmap to complete everything in your class. So that should be something that you print out and have sitting next to your computer, or something you consult first before you consult anything else. And I'm not worried about people calling me, so we're not going to trip on that. But let's get to it. In your first week, you see your assignments that should be completed. All of this in this section from 8:19 to 8:25 should be done. What do you mean? Well, discussion. You should have all of your discussions in according to the rules for discussion. So go back to the discussion session, read the rules. Syllabus quiz. You should have done it. That's free points for you. You cannot miss that. And what is a syllabus quiz? It's simply saying to me that you reviewed the syllabus and you understand what should be done in the syllabus. Now, if anything is wrong with the syllabus, I'm going to review it. Okay, now you should read the first chapter, which is Module 1, and read the second chapter, how to install Windows. You should have those completed. And we're going to look a little bit over that as I proceed. And then you have your actual assignments to complete. All of this should be done in the first week, people. the first week it should be done. So come Sunday, this is what I'm looking for to be completed. So if I jump back and come into test out, these are the things that's showing me that you completing your work. Remember, I can see everything. I need you to do the work. If you need to meet with me because you're having a problem with anything in this class, I am your first contact. You come to me and we'll sort it out and make it work. Don't go to someone else, a counselor or somebody, and say, oh, I don't know what to do in my class. Because you know what they're going to do? Go see your professor. That's me, just in case you didn't know. All right. So let's move into the section. Now, this section here, we'll have a couple of discussion questions I want you to answer, 1. And 2, it introduces you to this organization that is called Test Out. Like I said, I like the things that the people in Test Out is doing, so we appreciate it. And when you going through the course, they're going to have multiple people in there presenting the material. These are instructors that Test Out is using to get this course through. I need you to go through everything. So let's get started. Chapter 1. Okay, course introduction. The first thing I want you to know is that you will be taking this test here. It's called Test Out Client Pro Exam Objective. That's going to be your final exam, but I'm going to get you prepped and ready for it. Now, what students don't understand, that exam you can utilize to go out and get a job because, yes, it's just another certification. And it's a difference between certificates and certification. That will be classified as a certification. But for the entire course, when you feel that you're ready to go, you can go sit for the Microsoft MD 102 Endpoint Administrator exam. I have students who sat for both of them, passed them, and they doing this work out there. What do this work allow you to do? It puts you in what they call the desktop support realm, the help desk people, the first people of contact in that particular field. Let's move on. This course will give you the Windows 11 experience, meaning give you the knowledge how to fix and troubleshoot problems in the Windows world. Yes, once you learn this course, you can go back to all of the different Windows that was released and troubleshoot those problems. This course will help you do it. It's optional if you got CompTIA A+ and Test Out PC Pro. Them 2 other certifications, but trust me, people, trust me, you don't need those to go into this world. You just need the certifications that I showed you. And really, you just need one of the ones that I showed you early on. Experience with Azure, and I hope I'm saying that right, I always slaughter the word, tools. You'll get that experience. That is cloud experience. And you're going to hear me in my other classes talk about cloud experience because you definitely want to get that too. But you don't need that to get started in the IT world after completing this course. This is what you will be working on: deploying, configuring, managing, maintaining, protecting the network or the desktops or in the IT realm. You'll be protecting all this stuff. And that's what this course will teach you how to do in a Windows world. We want to educate you, we want to give you experience, and we want you to sit for the certifications. Why go through the education? Why get the experience and don't sit for the certification? Get the certification and you get paid. That's what it's all about. That's why you're in the class. Educate, experience, certification. Let's get paid for doing this work. You have multiple questions here. In this video log, there are questions I'm going to pick out and I want you to answer them. And all I'm going to say when I post this video log, there are questions in this video log. You have to watch the video log to see what questions that are important. Now, sometimes I'm going to highlight the question like, which certification exam does this course prepare you for? I know there's some students out there that just going to fly through the video and look for the highlighted part. But in my next video log for the third week. I'm going to change up the lab simulation. Now, Test Out has mastered the art of making their labs real world situation. You'll be working in an environment that looks like the real world. So please go through these simulations. Well, you have to, because that's how you're going to get grades. Setting up the lab, exploring the lab interface, set up a computer using a simulation. They're going to teach you all that. I'm not going to ask you a question about that. Key terms. Make sure you write these key terms down and keep them, because as you move through your courses, you want to make sure you already understand these key terms. Hyper-V, score lab, task summary. Now, the score of the lab and the task summary is only important for you to know how to do it, but it's not something you really have to keep. But Hyper-V, yeah. And then in-class practice. Remember, I need you to get these done for this week. You got multiple assignments to do. Make sure you knock them out. Setting up a computer, explore the lab. Here's another question. I'm just going to focus on the questions that I need you to focus on. What must you do to complete a simulation lab? Tell me in detail what you're walking through. Explain it. Answer the question. What you should do is post a question in a discussion and then answer that question. Do them in order so I'll know you understand this.